The tension between Zendaya and Kelly Clarkson began subtly, with playful banter that took a sharp turn when Kelly brought up a rumored behind-the-scenes dispute from one of Zendaya's recent projects. Zendaya, visibly taken aback, attempted to steer the conversation back to promoting her new film, but Kelly pressed further, citing unnamed sources who had allegedly witnessed friction on set. The studio audience's laughter quickly turned into uneasy murmurs as Zendaya's expression hardened. She paused, offered a curt, "I'm not here to talk about gossip," and tried to shift gears, but Kelly responded with a follow-up question that hinted at personal grievances, her tone walking the line between teasing and pointed challenge. The discomfort in the room became palpable as Zendaya's demeanor went from composed to icy, her posture stiffening as the conversation spiraled further from the safe territory of light entertainment. After a tense moment of silence, Zendaya removed her microphone, placed it neatly on the coffee table, and stood up with a calm but firm, "I think we're done here." Gasps echoed through the audience as she turned and walked offstage, leaving Kelly momentarily frozen in surprise. The cameras caught Kelly attempting to smooth things over with an awkward laugh, addressing the crowd with, "Well, that wasn't in the script," before cutting to an abrupt commercial break. Backstage, crew members scrambled to manage the fallout, with some visibly shocked at the unplanned exit. By the time Zendaya reached the parking area, paparazzi were already stationed, their flashes capturing the actress's stone-faced departure. Within minutes, the clip was trending online, igniting a firestorm of speculation, debate, and divided loyalties between two beloved stars. When the show returned from commercial, Kelly tried to lighten the mood, joking about live TV being unpredictable, but her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. The producers kept the cameras tight on her, avoiding shots of the empty chair where Zendaya had been sitting. Social media, however, was already ablaze. Fans were posting clips of the walk-off from every possible angle, dissecting body language, tone, and even the exact moment Zendaya decided she'd had enough. Some viewers accused Kelly of pushing too far for the sake of ratings, while others claimed Zendaya overreacted to what they saw as harmless prodding. As the hashtag Zenday walks off trended worldwide, celebrity commentators began weighing in, with some defending the actress's right to set boundaries and others criticizing her for leaving mid-interview. Meanwhile, sources close to Zendaya told entertainment outlets that she had made it clear beforehand she didn't want to address certain rumors and felt blindsided when Kelly brought them up anyway. In contrast, insiders from the show insisted there was no malicious intent, suggesting the segment was meant to be playful and unscripted. The fallout quickly escalated beyond the entertainment bubble. Morning news shows replayed the clip alongside panel discussions about respect in celebrity interviews, while late-night hosts mined the drama for punchlines. Despite the noise, both Zendaya and Kelly remained mostly silent on social media, only posting unrelated promotional content. Yet behind the scenes, publicists and producers on both sides were reportedly scrambling to arrange damage control, knowing that in the age of viral moments, a single walk-off could define the headlines for weeks. By the following morning, the walk-off had transformed from a fleeting TV mishap into a full-blown media storm. Paparazzi caught Zendaya leaving her hotel in New York, wearing oversized sunglasses and a baseball cap pulled low, ignoring shouted questions about the incident. Entertainment networks ran continuous coverage, with split screens showing the tense moment alongside expert analysis of celebrity publicist dynamics. Kelly Clarkson opened her next show with a brief statement, measured but pointed, saying she respected all her guests but believed in honest, real conversations, even when they got uncomfortable. The audience applauded, though online reaction was split, with some praising her professionalism and others accusing her of doubling down instead of apologizing. Brands that had partnerships with both women were suddenly in a tricky position, quietly monitoring the public reaction before deciding whether to comment. Fan bases began clashing on Twitter, with hashtag Team Zendaya and hashtag Team Kelly trending simultaneously. TikTok creators stitched the clip into comedic reenactments, while others analyzed audio for hidden tension that might have been missed in the live broadcast. Even celebrities began chiming in, some posting supportive messages to Zendaya about knowing your limits, others praising Kelly for refusing to tiptoe around tough questions. Industry insiders predicted that while the story would eventually fade, the incident would forever color how both women approached live interviews, proving that in today's media landscape, a single on-air misstep could ripple far beyond the studio walls. Later that week, both Zendaya and Kelly found themselves facing new challenges as the ripple effects continued. Zendaya, in the middle of a high-profile press tour for her latest film, noticed interviews taking a sharper turn, journalists subtly probing for her side of the story rather than focusing on her work. Her team, working overtime, carefully steered conversations back to the film while still maintaining a graceful but firm stance that she wouldn't dwell on the confrontation. Kelly, meanwhile, experienced a ratings bump, though not necessarily for the reasons she might have preferred, as curious viewers tuned in, hoping for another tense moment. Producers privately debated whether to address the situation again or let it fade naturally. But they also knew TV thrives on drama, behind the scenes, publicists and network executives engaged in quiet damage control. There were rumors of a potential off-camera conversation between the two women to smooth things over, but neither camp confirmed it. At industry events, insiders whispered about how the clash might impact future guest bookings, with some stars reportedly hesitant to appear on Kelly's show unless they had full question approval. Fans, however, remained deeply invested, analyzing body language and old clips of Zendaya and Kelly together, speculating on whether subtle tensions had been brewing for years. The entire episode became a case study in how quickly a single televised moment could spiral into a multi-layered narrative, forcing even the most seasoned celebrities to navigate a minefield of public perception, brand image, and personal pride. By the fifth day after the incident, the online discourse had reached a fever pitch. Social media feeds were flooded with slowed-down clips, frame-by-frame analyses, and fan theories ranging from plausible misunderstandings to outright conspiracies. Hashtags like #ZNDAYAWalks and #KellyClash trended globally, sometimes even overshadowing major news events. Some supporters framed Zendaya's walk-off as an empowering stand for boundaries and self-respect, while others saw it as an overreaction, fueling heated debates in comment sections. TikTok users staged dramatic reenactments of the moment, complete with exaggerated eye rolls and scripted sass, while meme accounts churned out an endless stream of reaction GIFs. The entertainment press capitalized on the frenzy with exclusive insider articles, some claiming to have overheard off-camera arguments, while others hinted at long-standing tension between Zendaya and Kelly from past collaborations. Television talk shows and pop culture podcasts dissected every angle, speculating about hidden meanings in tone, posture, and word choice. Public relations experts began using the situation as a live example in industry webinars, explaining the do's and don'ts of real-time crisis management. Despite the storm, both Zendaya and Kelly maintained public silence, which only added more intrigue. For fans and critics alike, the lack of closure made the story more addictive, turning what had started as a fleeting on-air exchange into a cultural touchstone that refused to fade. By the sixth day, the situation had evolved from a simple celebrity spat into a full-blown media circus. Paparazzi camped outside both Zendaya's and Kelly's known hangouts, hoping to capture the first post-clash candid that might hint at their emotional state. Entertainment networks ran split-screen coverage showing live shots of their homes, while morning radio hosts joked that they were waiting for a diplomatic summit to end the feud. Even late-night comedians joined in, crafting monologues that walked the fine line between humor and outright mockery, turning key quotes from the clash into catchphrases. Behind the scenes, anonymous industry insiders leaked whispers of a damage control strategy in motion, rumors of carefully timed interviews, subtle public reconciliations, or even a surprise joint appearance to quell speculation. Meanwhile, fan bases grew more entrenched, defending their chosen side with near political fervor, organizing trending campaigns, and even purchasing ad space online to promote their narratives. Publicists for other celebrities began warning their clients about the Zendaya-Kelly effect, using it as a cautionary tale about how quickly a controlled appearance can spiral into a PR wildfire. With no official comment from either party, the silence was deafening, ensuring that curiosity and the chaos continued to snowball, ***. By the seventh day, the silence between Zendaya and Kelly Clarkson had become its own form of communication, loud, calculated, and heavy with implication. Fans were no longer just waiting for a statement. They were dissecting every movement, every like post, and every public citing for hidden meaning. When Zendaya was photographed in New York wearing a sleek, all-black ensemble and oversized sunglasses, gossip blogs interpreted it as a mourning look for the friendship. Hours later, Kelly was spotted leaving a Los Angeles recording studio, smiling with a coffee in hand, which some claimed was a power move meant to signal that she was UMBOTHRED. The entertainment industry, always hungry for a headline, began speculating about potential fallout for upcoming projects. Talk show producers debated whether inviting either star might spark protests or boycotts from the other's fan base. Streaming platforms reportedly paused negotiations on joint ventures involving the two until the dust settled. Meanwhile, social media feeds were flooded with expertly edited fan videos, some painting Zendaya as the wronged heroine, others portraying Kelly as the unapologetic truth-teller. What had started as an unexpected moment on a daytime talk show was now a cultural lightning rod, its shockwaves rippling through Hollywood's image-conscious ecosystem. By the eighth day, the incident had fully transformed from a talk show squabble into a media frenzy that neither Zendaya nor Kelly Clarkson could entirely control. Paparazzi trailed Zendaya through city streets, shouting questions about whether she planned to make peace, while Kelly's every Instagram caption was dissected as a possible jab. Entertainment panels on morning television replayed the walk-off footage on loop, slowing it down to analyze facial expressions frame by frame, as though solving a high-stakes mystery. Theories ranged from a private feud that had been brewing for years to a publicity stunt gone horribly wrong, * behind closed doors. Publicists and brand managers were working overtime. Zendaya's team reportedly turned down multiple high-profile interviews to avoid reigniting the controversy, while Kelly's camp considered using her own show to address the issue head-on, though producers feared it might fan the flames. Even unrelated celebrities were being pulled into the drama as fans and reporters dredged up old clips of them interacting with either star, searching for clues of divided loyalties. The entertainment world had split into camps, and the longer Zendaya and Kelly stayed silent, the more their absence fueled the narrative that this was no longer just about a disagreement. It was about control, image, and who would blink first, ***.